Hungary's new government, led by Peter Magyar, has put forward a constitutional amendment that would limit prime ministers to a maximum of 8 years in office, in effect barring Viktor Orban from returning to the role. The draft amendment was submitted Wednesday, just over a week after the new government took office. It marked Magyar and his TISA party's first step in dismantling a constitution that was unilaterally written and amended more than a dozen times as Orban and his Fidesz party worked to turn Hungary into what they called a petri dish for illiberalism. During Magyar's more than 2 years on the campaign trail, he repeatedly promised to bring in term limits, describing them as part of a wider push to restore the country's democratic checks and balances. As his party celebrated its landslide victory in last month's election, analysts were swift to say the new government faced a formidable task in rebuilding crumbling public services and a stagnant economy, one compounded by the many Fidesz loyalists who remain in state media and judiciary. The draft amendment appears to be an attempt to ward off the threat of Orban seizing the situation to mount a comeback, stating that term limits are essential to restoring the rule of law. A person who has served as prime minister for a total of at least 8 years, including any interruptions, may not be elected as prime minister, it says. The draft amendment is expected to be discussed next week when the National Assembly convenes.